Alright, so I removed the part from the vehicle. I'll show that in the beginning of this video. It's a pretty easy to remove. Disconnect these two wires, and then we have the piece. And so the only parts you're going to need for this is I bought this pack off Amazon. I'll link it in the bio, but it comes with the cigarette lighter and a USB one, so it's like a 2-pack. I bought an inline fuse, which it's like double protection. I guess you don't really need an inline fuse because it's gonna have its own fuse in the fuse tab, but I thought extra safety. I also went overboard on the wire. I did 12 gauge wire instead of 14. A 15 amp fuse, you should only need 14, but I figured 12 would be better just to stay on the safe side. I also bought 12 gauge to run to the through the firewall to the fuse box that's under the hood. The last thing that hasn't arrived yet that'll come tomorrow is the fuse tap, and that'll go in the fuse box under the hood, and that'll finish the installation. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and install this piece here and the inline fuse and have it all ready for tomorrow. Just to show you guys another part here. You can, if you want, if you need just more USBs, install this piece in there. I took it off because it's easier to secure it with the nut from with the piece off than in the car. But you can use a USB. But I'm going to use the cigarette lighter because I think it's it's got multi-use. You can use the cigarette lighter, or you can put one of those USB adapters in here. I need it for an air pump, so I'm going to go with this one here. But when you do the inline fuse, another thing I forgot to mention, I'm connecting it. The reason I'm going under the hood is because I'm connecting it to the ones that these are connected to. So that'll all be on one fuse line instead of this one always being on power, which is if you stay in the cabin, there's not one that shuts off when the car's off. They'll all be always like, it'll always have power, this one. So I don't want that. Alright, so I just want to show you the different options. Alright, so this is what it looks like installed, tightened up. Here's the front end. That's what it looks like on the outside. Don't mind this. This is something I put for cable management. But that's how it looks on the back. And then for the wire, all I did, I just put, this looks sloppy, but I don't need too much space. But for the rest, I wrap the wire in this protective cover, and then the cable goes all the way down to this fuse, which I put a 15 amp fuse. Like I said, I'm doing double fuses, and then I'll show you once I plug it into the car where the fuse tap goes. Will end up going on this end, but this end has to go through the firewall to the fuse tap, and then I'll show you where to put the cables. Okay, I'm going to try to explain this best I can because I already took it off. But this is in place here. Let's just say this is in place as not taken off. I lift straight up from this corner. I lift it up till this unclipped from the hinges. See? From the little groove. Then I worked my way to this side, popped it off. Now, I didn't pull too much because I didn't want to mess with the wires that are down there. So I just pulled enough where I had enough space, and this just popped right off from there. So I grabbed it from the top. It's upside down now. So it was like in place like that. I grabbed it from the top. This popped off, just pulled a little bit, lightly. Got stuck. I just pulled this way and then out, and it came out fairly easy. So it'll probably just have to be clipped in and pushed back, and it'll probably snap back in place. For right now, I just want to show you the wire setup. So I'm going to pass a feed line through here. I already took off the side panel, but basically it's going to go all through here and out this side panel here. Down here is the best way I can explain it. It's going to come out here, probably follow the cables in the back, and then it's going to go I'm going to feed it behind this panel here, and I want the fuse that the inline fuse to pop out here, so I have an easy way to access it. From here, it's going to go back out this way and through that grommet to the engine bay. Right. So I'm going to try my best to show it from the engine bay. So it should be coming out. It's going to be hard to see, but let's see if it focuses. It should be coming out of there. Doesn't want to focus, but it's right there. This is where it should come out. Once it comes out through there, I'm going to line it, run the line, hugging these wires. I'll probably zip tie them to these wires. I'm going to patch one here to this port right here. I think this is the negative. I don't want to say negative and positive. I think black's negative. Correct, I think. And then the positive is going to come out through here. Let me open it. I don't have the inline fuse, so I can't do it right now. But it's going to come out through here, following this in here, and then I believe this, either this one or this one, I got to look at the panel again, is the accessory fuse. So I'll be tapping into one of those. So it's just going to come up this way through here and tapping into this. And that's the game plan. So I'm going to start it now. I already have the wire, which I showed you guys, the cable. We're going to feed it through. And then I'm going to be using these. I got these on Amazon. I can link it in the description as well if you guys like to see. We're not editing here. Don't mind my Crocs. This is all, you know, I'm going to record as I go, show step by step as best I can, and then I'll show you the finished product when it's done. Alright, so I have the wire running in there, and it's going to comes out through the bottom here. So I'm going to fix it up a little better, but for right now, we're going to connect it to the thing and put it together. So I'm going to do the connection first, and then I'll show you how to put this and this back together, because I no longer need this part. Alright, I'm going to try to do this one-handed. I connected the wires back into the thing. My connections are here. Alright, so we're going to simply try to do this one-handed best I can here. Put the bottom base in the little grooves first. It's going in an angle. There we go. See, I have them in, and then just push, it should snap in. There. So that's snapped in. Okay. Alright. Now from there, I just got to line this back up on the back because I kind of pulled it out. So on both sides, just line it up really good. And then it should just push straight in. Snap in place. See? So I just basically popped this side out. So I shook it and back and forth, and it popped straight up. And then from there, I pulled out this side. And there you have it. So now we'll finish wiring. Careful not to pull too hard, but we'll finish wiring it, and then I'll show you once I get it to the engine. Alright, so it's not how I wanted to wire it, but I kind of measured. The problem is I measured going across here, but this is an airbag, so I didn't run anything on top of the airbag. So I ran it toward along the back end, and because I didn't measure or account for that back end, the fuse wouldn't have reached here. So just to show you, it comes out through here. I zip tied it here with this group of wiring that's on the back. Then I followed this channel back here, and I kind of zip tied it along the way, where it's kind of just like out of the way of everything. Zip tied it again over here. I didn't know how to open this cover. If you can figure out how to open this cover, you can probably run the wire in through here. And then this is where the fuse ended up, right before the firewall, which is right here. I zip tied it here, so at least it's still accessible if I need it. And it's not anywhere near like the brakes or the gas pedal, so it should be alright. Then from there it goes through the firewall. So I'll show you on the other end what it looks like. Give me a second. So comes out of the firewall through here, and then I'm going to trim the wire when I have the fuse tap. So the negative is going to go right here, and then the positive is going to go along the fuse tap. So I'll zip tie it probably around here, and then it'll end up here, and then that should be it. All right, I can't really show it because it's bright out, but just to show you the finished product here. The cable, like I showed before, comes out of that firewall through the grommet that's back there up this way. The negative connects to this ground right here that is also connected to the negative port on the battery. Then it continues down this way, down the fuse box, and up a little channel that the fuse box has. I'll show you real quick. Right here. Comes up this way, just follows the wires, and I fed it nicely through here into the fuse tap that's right here. And it's tapped into the auxiliary line, which is a 15 amp. It works good. Should be all you need. So I hope that helps. I didn't find many videos online, so hopefully that helps you guys. Thanks.